Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Blacktub Bootlegs. Today's review, Strike Fighter Assault Tank. These toys were distributed in Italy after 1983. It has some weird potential origins with other lines. Let's go ahead and take a look at Strike Fighter Assault Tank. I've spoken before about Mattel's success with the Masters of the Universe line. They had a ton of vehicles, the first of which was the Attack Track made in 1983, and interestingly enough, this particular bootleg was also made in 1983. It may have been based on the Attack Track design, somewhat similar to some of the Sky Sleds you see on the show, and it really doesn't matter all that much. It was just something that they produced to compete directly with Mattel's toys that were on the shelf. The styling for this vehicle feels actually more vintage than the 80s, almost Art Deco, and then you also have elements of the 50s, 60s, and 70s in there, so it's kind of a weird culmination of everything. Maybe the designer was an older person or just someone who was inspired by older styles of artwork. It's also very possible that this was simply an older product that was revamped and turned into the assault tank. The detailing on the ray gun on the top is actually very cool, red plastic with lots of rivets in it, and then the headlights and taillights have nice gem cuts in them which kind of catch the light. The mechanism for this toy is your standard bump and go. When it runs into a wall, it either backs up or turns around. You have a copper blade switch and the vehicle takes 2 AA batteries. The sticker styling is also very Art Deco, but then you have a strange funny car engine tossed into the middle. Overall, a really cool, interesting ship. The box for this toy is actually really nice. It has a big window in the front, bright colors. There's another version of this box that I haven't seen in person that may not have a window in it. A very nice box with doubled up cardboard, but it also features different artwork as well. I was hoping to pull some kind of awesome story off the box, but unfortunately there were just instructions on how to replace the batteries, and a brief statement saying the tank is relentless and that the laser beam on top would help your Titan always win whatever battle he's in, and manufacturer information. Similar to the Spectratron line, the Strike Fighter Assault Tank figures incorporate glitter in a unique way. They've actually added metal flakes to the plastic, which seems like a real headache to produce. It's one of those quirky things that a manufacturer would probably never do today. But overall, it adds a nice dimension to the characters. As always with all Masters of the Universe scale bootlegs, I try to do some cross-checking and see where parts may have come from, usually because most bootleg toys are based on some other bootleg toy. It seems that these were based on Exchangers figures, or maybe these actually inspired the Exchangers figures. The release dates really don't line up for this stuff. The Strike Fighter figure supposedly releasing in 1983 I think trumps most of the Exchanger stuff. I'm really not 100% sure. Taking a look at our first figure, you can see we have this androgynous He-Man with nicely combed blonde hair. Again, you can see the glitter-filled plastic is really nice. Overall, very clean construction and sculpting. There are nice foil stickers on the ankles and the accessories, which help tie this back into the vehicle. His eyes are a little wonky, but beyond that, all the painted details are also very clean. Taking a look at his face, you can see we have nice slick blonde hair. The face is also very cleanly sculpted. I thought this might be based on the laser figure from the Mantech series, but the timeframes just aren't quite in sync. The head's molded in a vinyl plastic, the body's in a hard clear plastic, and the arms and legs are a thicker rubbery vinyl. I believe that the forearms and legs can be exchanged, but I really don't want to press my luck with these things. Taking a look at our second figure, you can see we have a man in the iron mask. I was trying to figure out what character this might be based on. The Terminator was released in '84, this toy in '83, RoboCop in '85, Blast Attack in '87. Really confusing. The coloration for these characters is all kind of random. You can find almost any colored torso and arms with almost any color figure. Again, you can see the face is fairly neatly painted and neatly sculpted. Overall, not a whole lot of texturing going on the surface, very clean sculpt. Nothing too crazy going on here with this particular head sculpt. Moving on to our third and my favorite figure, we have a great goblin-looking character with exposed brain. I really like this one just due to the proportions of the face and a really cool caricature look with bright colors. It's kind of this perfect storm where the colors just happen to line up in such a way that the character really pops with red, blue, and green, and then the large pink brain. The sculpting for this face is very clean and interesting. It looks almost like one of the Blue Voltron villains. Unfortunately, there were 2 figures I was unable to find for this video. We have a veiny-headed alien character, and then another snake-headed figure similar to Sahak from Galaxy Warriors. For all the non-human characters, there really seems to be a much more interesting sculpting style in the series. Everything's very cleanly done, more geometric looking, much cartoonier sculpts than what you would see in the normal He-Man toys, but overall pretty appealing. The articulation for this line is very simple. You have a head rotation, waist rotation, shoulder rotation, elbow rotation, leg rotation, knee rotation. There's also a strange band of plastic connecting both legs. They were manufactured together. Overall, just a really stable, simple toy. The accessories for this line were taken from Galaxy Warriors and original Masters of the Universe accessories, but you have nice foil stickers and metallic plastics, and then you also have these random primary colored plastics as well. Again, the handles were just made a little larger so that they fit into the character hands and also into the vehicle body. When everything comes together, you can see this toy actually has a really cool appearance. Even though it's all mix and match, there are crossovers between each thing, which kind of makes everything a little more coherent. Similar to the figures, the vehicles are also kind of randomly colored plastics as well. The engine is silver on one, gold on the other. The chassis plastic also has variations of red, blue, green, gold, white, and yellow. It also appears that the headlight and laser cannon might have a variation of blue plastic as well. The plastic for the body of the ship is very thin and just clicks together very simply. It's almost like old school McDonald's breakfast packaging, but 4 times the thickness. The stickers on the top and side could have been applied a little more neatly, but it's really hard to apply a huge sticker to a curving surface, so it's no wonder there are wrinkles in there. When the toy's turned on, you can see it does exactly what the box says. It is unstoppable and relentless, and the laser cannon is going like crazy. There's no sound associated with this toy other than the electric motor running and the contacts clicking on and off on the inside to make the flickering light, which gives it more of a sparking appearance instead of unelectrical blinking, which I think gives a cool fiery look instead of something that's more sterilely electronic. Overall, just a really great toy line, great coloration. The metal fleck is really cool, the vinyl limbs are awesome, interesting scale, right in line with Masters of the Universe, interesting origins with where the parts may or may not have come from, lots of random coloration which makes this line exciting to collect. You never know what you might find. I think that's it for Strike Fighter Assault Tank. Keep an eye out for more vehicle videos, and as always, stay tuned for more Blacktub Bootlegs.